Okay, this is a video on my Animar deck that I posted. I got 50 creatures right now and 36 lands, a lot of MDFCs in here. I'm trying to figure out where to take this deck next as far as getting things done. So I'm debating on cards. I know the 50 creatures, those are locked in. I'm not changing them. My win con in there for creatures is Craterhoof Behemoth for 8. Play it, attack with everything, kill everybody. Or 20-toe Toad, which I need 20 cards in my hand, and then I have to attack with it, and then I get the possible win con. So I get 2 creatures. What do I do next, right? The next cards I'm looking at are kind of what to do with what to do with these, you know, as far as how to go. So here's what I'm thinking. I have I have some options here. So those are my two. So those creatures I mentioned were my 2 creature win cons, but my 2 non-creature win cons are. Let me get these cards together. Are Simic Ascendancy and Last March of the Ent. So Simic Ascendancy is just my hangback away to kind of just passively, you know, add up tokens to do it. And then Last March of the Ents is going to be my active. You know, you're searching for anything. It can't be countered. It's not targeting a player, so it can't be deflecting swatted. So I feel like I got to have these 2 cards in at minimum because now they complete. I have 4 different potential win cons in here from 4 different avenues. So these will just help me close out the game, which I think are great. Now I'm looking for what to put in to spice it up. So I have some cards that like I definitely want to put in here. No ifs, ands, or buts. So it's going to be Mystical Tutor. These will just help me get to whatever I want to play. You know, I have so few instants or sorceries in here, but they're very necessary. So this will help me get it out. So this will help me get out Last March of the Ents if I need to. Chandra's Ignition if I want to board wipe, because I'm basically going to target my commander because I'm going to make him big and huge. And then whenever it deals damage to a player equal to its power, target creature you control does damage equal to its power to each other creature you control. So again, this is awesome because it just gets, it can get so out of hand, and it's not combat. So, you know, somebody has like some combat fog type abilities, it gets around that. And if it doesn't kill the players, if it goes off, it's usually at least a good board wipe. And I may lose some of my stuff, but I may not, because I'm going to have a lot of big, you know, big creatures in here. So I got that in there too. What are the cards I would search for? Mystical Tutor, Worldly Tutor. It's 1 mana. I search for a creature. I do have to reveal it, and I do put it on top of my library. But in this color scheme, the Tutor is appreciated, and it's 1 mana, so I can get rolling right away. The next card I'm going to do is Green Sun Zenith. Again, this deck is all about creatures. Creatures. So if I pay X and a green, I can search my library for a green creature card with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield, then I shuffle. So this card is so freaking good because it lets me repeatedly shuffle this back in and start searching for creatures. So it's basically a doubler of Worldly Tutor. So, and it's X, so you can do whatever you want. You can search for a land anywhere else. Who cares? Shuffle it back in. So I'm definitely keeping that in. The next one is Concordant Crossroads. I need to give my creatures haste. I don't care about everybody else because I can keep up. And it costs 1 mana. It's fantastic. The next one I'm going to do is Ozolith of the Shattered Spire. It's 2 mana. If it basically is 2 mana, tap it. 2 mana to play it, 2 mana to tap it, and I can put 2 counters on something. Because you put a +1 counter, and then its abilities, if you put that many +1. So you put 2 counters on your commander, 2 counters on your commander. It's fantastic. Next one, Temur Ascendancy. I do want to keep the non-creature permanents low, so I'm already at 4 artifacts enchantments, which I don't love. But it's 2 mana. For 3, I could put a +1 on a card. Whatever, it could be good. But whenever I put a counter on this, put a counter on a creature, put a counter on this, 20 or more, I win the game. So this is a nice enchantment that, again, this will be that win con, get me going, and it's cheap. I'm going to do the Great Henge, Legendary Artifact. It's just such a good card. It's always 2 mana, and you get 2 force, 2 life. You get a card. If I draw a creature, like, guess what? I'm playing 50. So I'm going to put a +1 on that creature I play and draw a card. It's fantastic. Again, 5 permanents. Again, a little high for what I want in this deck. I'd rather have engagement. 6 permanent here. The Ozolith, or Adamantium Bonding Tank. This is just fantastic. It's 1 mana, and I get to move +1 counters wherever I want. And, I mean, it's Wolverine. Come on. Who doesn't love that? I have Wolverine in here, by the way. Then I'm going to do for non-permanent Archdruid's Charm, 3 green, and it's just so versatile, man. I could search for a land to put it out. I could search for a creature, put it into my hand. I could put a +1 counter on something, deal damage to something else. Only creature, though. Or I can exile artifact or enchantment. I mean, it's Nature's Lore, or removal, or +1 counter, or a Worldly Tutor. It costs 3 green, which does suck. That's a little high, but what are you going to do, right? So I'm thinking about what to play next. Again, I'm kind of torn. I think what I'm going to go with is, again, I want some engagement with this deck. You know, I want to be like, for lack of a better term, feisty. So I don't want my combos disrupted or anybody else winning. Especially this deck lacks flying, so I need some ways to stop that. So I'm going to do Mana Drain. It's 2 blue, but I get to counter spell, and then I add X. Yes, I can make Animar cheaper, but it's still it's still ramp. So I'm happy to take it. The next card I want to put in, I think, is... where is it? Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to do Radstorm. I can copy it for as many spells as I play. I'm going to play a lot of creature stuff, and then I can proliferate. I can also play this on somebody else's turn. So if somebody's doing spell slingery shit, I could use Radstorm to help out my stuff, which is very, very appreciated. And I like it too because it's like, you deal it, boom, done. Next card I'm going to put in, I think, is, again, to have some engagement in here. I'm going to do... fuck. I don't know. Tough call, man. This one's tough because I don't want a lot of permanence in here, you know? I want it to be creatures. Like, at the end of the day, you know? That's what I want. So I got to think here. Would I rather have engagement? Because this is what it comes down to. Would I rather have some engagement with my opponents or just like straight up fucking me, creature ramp, body you, you know? And I think I'd rather have me, creature ramp, body you rather than, you know, do I engage with you, do I not? I think it would just, you know, be so much better. It would go so much smoother. So I think I'm going to take out... Because why do the 2 mana for the Ozolith Shrouded Spire, right? Like, I'd rather play a creature, so that doesn't work either. So let me take this one out. Because I want to hit the ground running, so, like, it doesn't help. Yeah, it's true. I don't really need that one. You know what I wouldn't mind doing? Actually talk about some fucking engagement here. Let me do this one. Ripples of Potential. That would be a nice one. 2 mana, proliferate, and then choose any number of permanents that I control that have a counter. They phase out. So let me put that one in instead. What did I take out for that? Oh, here we go. Okay, the Ozolith here. Take that out because it's a little slow. Let me take this out. Okay. Yeah, so let me do Ripples of Potential. Lower my curve. Again, I can search for it too, so that's dope. Let me put in Mana Drain. And then I need red. So what did I take out? What was the third thing? Shit. I forgot what I took out. Oh yeah, let me take these 2 out. That's what it was. Okay, there we go. Ripples of Potential. Oh, Rat Storm. Okay, Rat Storm. I think... See, because I just don't want permanents in here, you know? Like, I feel like the artifacts and enchantments are just... They're setting me up for failure, you know? I'd like rather just play and just keep going and being aggro rather than hanging back and like doing nothing. So I'd rather go me and get like the ramp out and shit. Do an offer you can't refuse for a quick counter. Counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasures, so it's nice because I can just engage, and again, it adds to it and it lowers my curve. So I'm gonna put that in. An offer you can't refuse. Dope. I really don't need to worry about creatures in this deck, so it's fine. Let's see. What do I want to play? I'm trying to think, because I really want to put Treachery in here. It's 5 mana. When it comes in on tap 5 land, I control enchanted creature. So this is like a removal, but it could also help me in my board state and gets rid of somebody else's stuff. It does suck because, again, I said I don't want those permanents, but I think I like it so much, and it's kind of quirky, so I think I'm going to keep it in. So let me take that in, and then... Let's see. Yeah, I think this is it for me. Let me make sure. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, yeah, that adds up. Recognition, if we can't refuse, Mana Drain, Mystical Tutor, Red Storm, Ripples of Potential, Worldly Tutor, Great Henge, Ozolith, Concordant Crossroad, right? Temur Ascendancy, Simic Ascendancy. So 3 enchantments. 3 enchantments, 2 artifacts. What am I missing here? Let me see. Oh, Archdruid's Charm. That's what I didn't throw in. Okay. All right. Let's see where I'm at now. So, I have 13 ones, and I have a 98% chance of playing them. I have 22s, and I have a 90% chance. I have 78% chance to play my 15 threes. I have 11 fours that I have a 62% chance. I have 3 fives with a 45. Okay, that's a little high. Yeah, but they'll be cheaper. It's true. I got 2 sixes. I got 3 fives, but 2 of them are MDSCs. And I peak at 8. Okay. All right, let's see here. I'm not loving that percentage, but let me do some hands. I just want to see where I'm at. Oh, that would suck. Another hand. One, 2, 3. Okay. Stop, Blue. My cat is nudging my phone. My average opening land is 2.5, which isn't great. Damn, I really need those fucking 1-mana cards. Like, I'm just looking at this. Like, I need to get going ASAP, you know? Huh. Yeah, my hand is a little expensive, you know? I still feel like this hand is a little too expensive and I need some ones in here. This is tough. I'm going to keep it like this and play it, see how it works. I definitely might throw in some Nature's Lore, you know, stuff just to get my cards out there. I feel like this deck is really going to suffer if I can't get going, especially early. Because when I'm doing all these play tests, like we play the way where you draw 10 and discard down to 7. Even when I discard down to 7, you know, some of these hands, frankly, just suck. Yeah, okay, better. But still, just a weird curve. Just a very weird curve. And I hate not having a 1 in my hand. Like at least another 1, you know? Okay, better. Wait, I think some of these cards are off. Now that I'm going through it, I'm like, some of this shit ain't matching. Let me see here. Because I try to take out some 4s, you know? It was a little much. And now that I'm going through this deck, I don't know, it just like doesn't match. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 here. Yeah, I don't have this card in here. Okay. There's an extra card in here that I don't have. Huh. Spicy. These 3s. Six. No, this card in here either. Got some extra cards in this deck. I have 6 dorks for 1. But I do like how many 2s I have. All right, I'm going to leave it like this. Test it out, and then I'll make another follow-up video, all right? So this is the deck as it is right now. Final count here. Let's go over it real quick. Move this over here. I have 13 1s, 22s, 14 3s, 11 4s, 3 5s, 2 6s, 3 7s, 1 8. That's the deck right now. I know it sounds like a little much, but we'll see what happens, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, sorry, I also have 2 0s, but that's like I'm including the curve, so if they're really cheap, I can get them to 0. All right, so that's the deck right now. I'm definitely going to do an updated video, good or bad. I'm going to play 2 days in a row, which for me now with, my family, it's going to be rough. It's rougher to play, I mean, so we'll see what happens. All right, thank you guys for watching. That's the deck. I appreciate you watching and going through my Animar Temur +1 counters.